Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever it is, wherever you are. Well, today I'm going to do not so much a face-off video. Well, that's not what I'm planning to do anyway. I've got some new things for Christmas lights, so I thought I'd just do a little tiny bit of show and tell. And I've got a new razor for Christmas off my wife and daughter as well. It's a Parker, it's quite nice. I've got some of this. It's tallow based. It's from a farm. Let's have a quick look. I think it's down kind of Dorset way from remembering, or anyway, it's British. It's hayesmeadow.com. hayesmeadow.com. I forget where it is now, but I think it's down south way. Anyway, they got like a farm, cows and everything. I want to try a tallow based one, and I struggle finding anything that was what I deemed quite suitable. It's got a lovely smell to it. Lavender. I do like lavenders. Some of my moustache waxes are leather, and it's lovely. Nice scent in it, lavender. It reminds me of my gran a bit, but there's nothing wrong with that. Beautiful lady. Yeah, and it's tallow based. Sorry. Toothbrushes. And Mr. Jacques from Dapper Shaves, YouTube fame, he swears by tallow and stuff, so I was like, right, give it a whirl, see what it's about. You know, as you get older, like, you definitely need to start replacing your oils a little bit more, I find, especially this time of year. In the summer I don't get no bother from any form of sort of irritation, dryness or anything like that, but in the winter I do. You know, I'm a builder as well, so I'm outdoors, well, more than most, we'll put it that way. And I get my moustache waxes from a company called Captain Fawcett, and I've been eyeing this up for a good while. I'll show you the box as well. This box comes in a really nice box. It's everything he does, like even inside the box, look, it's got like printing and stuff. Just really high end, well, to me anyway, really high end stuff. And a lovely bowl. So it's from like a famous inspired, or the Italian family helped. I'm not going to even attempt their second name because it'd be offensive, but it's lovely, man. It smells lovely. So hopefully it lavers up nice. Fig, olive and bay rum. And I even bought a refill sort of thing, so, well, there's like, well, 2 years worth of shaving probably in the pot. And let's get down to the razor. So I've got this old coffin box, and it's a tour, so it's a bit bigger, right? One side, got my beautiful Fien. What's the other make for this? Is it Kibushi? Is it Kibushi? I think it's something like that. Anyway, Swedish still, high carbon content. I don't know whether it's the highest carbon content they do, but it's higher. And this one is a 6800. I've done like a face off. Oh yes, on the back. Sorry. So Kibushi Razors Co. FT. I don't know what the FT means, but it's a lovely razor. It's got a few marks on it that I will get out over time, but I don't mind these marks, you know what I mean? On the whole, it's got very nice polish to it and everything. And my new razor to me is one that I've been after for a long time. It's a Parker razor, because it's Christmas and everything. I said to my lady, you know, I don't want no tat, don't want no socks or anything. So this is a 1001. There's a few scratches on it that I'm not too happy about. Like, there's some scratches going against like the grind, you know, how it was ground and everything. So when the edge goes on it, or even if the edge don't shave today, because it's meant to be shave ready, and the dude I get it from, like, he's got a Japanese stone, or at least he sends them off to somebody with a Japanese stone, and he's got a Japanese strop, like horse strop. So I know he's somebody that knows his stuff in a way. But he can't remember where this razor or the Fion come from. He thinks he got them in like a job lot from America. But this Parker, there's two reasons why I've wanted a Parker. I really like the ends. You know, it could be something as simple as that, innit? Like the toe. I don't know if it'll show up properly on this, but they got this lovely sort of different grind on it. And do you know what? It's actually out a little bit, which I'm a bit annoyed with, because I'm a perfectionist. So when I next put an edge on this as well, I'm gonna sandpaper that down so it's perfectly equal. I don't know if you can see it this side. I don't know if it'll show up, but it's just slightly out. It's not perpendicular to the other sides. yes, it's got like basically a fancy end. And I've actually got another razor that I don't really know much about called a Hurinus or something like that, and it's got the same kind of end. And also there's other razor called Gold Rex, and they use the same steel and the same end as that, so I reckon the blanks come from the same place, but you know, there's no way of telling that now. And this is a Parker, made in Japan, Tokyo, highest carbon steel, and then on the tang it says Swedish steel. And if you know me at all, you know I love my Swedish steel, and even probably better Japanese Swedish steel. And it says Parker Razor and Co Limited, which I think is pretty cool, man. I don't think the scales are original. 2 reasons. A lot of the Parker razors had Parker marks on them, and also look, that's where the wedge starts, and I'm not having it. I don't think the Japanese man that made these scales, if you know, like if it was original, I don't think that'd be there, you know, because you're meant to get it as tight as you can to where it goes in, because that's the game, innit? That's the game, you know. Like I said, there's a few marks that I'm not happy with. I have had a little bit of a sandpaper starting at 1500 that was already used as well, like, so it wasn't, and it ain't got some of them out, so that means I've got to go down another grit, so maybe I'll try 1200. There was a few marks on the back, on the spine, but I've got most of them out. And again, I don't mind about this sort of life, you know, this is a keeper, you know, well, probably to the grave maybe, you know what I mean. But yes, lovely steel though, man. It feels different. Like I often say, like in my hand, Swedish steel feels different, and I can tell this feels different. It's almost got like a satin feel to it. So I don't think the tang was too heavily sanded and stuff. It's almost got like a black hue to it, like almost like a bluing or something. Especially there, look, on this side. Don't know if the lighting going to show up properly. But anyway, without further ado, let's get doing what we're meant to do. And I'm just going to put that Fion back in. I haven't checked the edge on this at all. I have under the scope, and it looks like it's got a lovely uniform edge, we'll call it. It looks very fine, and there's no nicks on it whatsoever. And I've been told that these high carbon steel blades, and I've read about them extensively, when you get a good edge on them, you can literally just strop forever, basically, and you'll barely even convex them, because the steel is that hard. Like from my research, the carbon steel content can go up to 1.25, and the highest is 2.25, and I believe that's the steel they used in the Parker. The Fion, it's meant to be a higher carbon content than it's just say normal sort of steel, but I don't know about the Fion too much. I can't really find too much about them really. So right, so how's it lavering up? Lovely. Certainly smells nice. It's quite sort of aromatic. I've got one of these moustache waxes is Maharaja. I'm probably saying it a bit wrong, sorry. And it's got a bit of hint of that in it. And it is like it uses Indian essential oils in that moustache wax. That's why I love him, man. He does his waxes for a moustache, I think, are the best. Sometimes they're a bit soft, but he does exhibition strength, just in sandalwood, so you just basically add a little tiny pinch of that to it if you want to get something a bit harder. Right, let's give it a good old whirl up today, just because I don't know how it's going to act. Don't seem as thick as like that Geo thumper I've been using, so there's always a bit of a learning curve when you start a new soap, I find. Yeah, I've probably got a bit wet, but who cares? It's good though, smells nice. Yeah, it's not as thick as that Geo thumper for sure. Like that thickens up quicker, but like I said, there's always a bit of a learning curve. Smells lovely, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's not bad having a backup razor in a Fion. You don't see them that long, especially in that condition, because it's got a bit of home wear and whatnot, but I don't think there's much off the blade. Let's put metal to face. Lovely jubbly. Let's just move it out of the way. Don't think that's meant to be in the bathroom so much, the old cow. Right, let's see if it is show ready. Well, it sounds it, doesn't it? That's what I mean, that is just exquisite. That feels like nothing is going on whatsoever. No, paid a pretty penny for the razor, it weren't cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but they don't come up for sale much, you see. And if they do, a lot of the time near the toe is a lot thinner than the heel, and I don't want that in a razor. Well, they're still perfectly shaveable, but if it's going to be the one that you're going to keep forever, you don't want it really. That's baby, that is. That's baby soft. Love it. Yeah, well, if he looks after his own razors, he puts a good edge on them, I must say. He's definitely got a good stone. He did tell me when I bought the first that Fion what stone it was. I have to just sort of clate it a bit. But that's a lovely razor, man. So I'm very happy with that. Sounds lovely on the face as well. I ain't mentioned it, but it's Christmas Day today anyway, so Merry Christmas. Just keep my mind there, focus on my job at hand. It's lovely. Well, that is lovely. I'm very happy with that. It's got a nice edge on it, so I don't need to sort of do anything with it, and I won't either, like until it starts tugging. And then I might even just strop it on a compounded strop to see what it does. Preserve the metal in that baby, do you know what I mean? Very special. It's rare, you see. Well, they stopped making razors years ago in this particular type of steel because basically people moan that it's too hard and that, but well, just means I don't understand bloody razors. Oh, I forgot to talk about grind as well. Basically it's a half hollow, which I think is just one of the best grinds really. They were relatively easy to maintain, a bit easier than a wedge if you know what I mean, but they're stiffer and they hold an edge better, and well, to me they just shave better. Like, unless you've got really fine hair or something, they just shave better. There's less flex in them and stuff. And then the flip side of that is I've got Filamanco, you know what I mean, that bends because it's that wide and thin, but it shaves, well, nearly as good, I guess. To do side by side really. But it's all about steel, you see. That's what I love the Japanese for. They don't care too much about aesthetics like they do, but it's to do with the quality of steel, man. Which it should be. I'm going to put some really nice scales on it. I've got these really nice, it's like a black plastic, but it's got basically like a sort of crushed ice effect is probably the way to describe it. And I've already done one Carl Victor razor. Right, let's have a go back. Handle's a bit in the way there. It's an exceptional razor. It's very easy to use. Very easy, just glides. I've got this horsehide strap and I put it over that. Yeah, it's lovely. Well, I'm very happy with that. And the soap's just lovely, smells lovely, good glide, good lathering. I put a bit too much water to start off with that, but on the second go it had calmed down already a bit. Yeah, it's just a shame about the scratch marks on it, but you can't actually see them. You know, it's just when they glint. Like I said, I tried it on a used piece of 1500 paper, and it did touch them a bit, so it means they were done with a lower grip basically. I probably could get them out with a 1500, but it's my razor, do you know what I mean? So I can just tinker with it, get better with it. Generally, my razors that I keep, they get better every time I use them, because if I notice any marks, I get the old metal polish out, and then after every shave, they get a bit of a rub down with a jeweller's cloth, like I've said before. Well, Merry Christmas everybody. Hope you got something nice in the old Santa's stocking this year. Nice razor or two, or nice soap or something, brush. It's the time to do it, isn't it? You know, and it's like razors that you get sort of like for Christmas or whatnot, if they're from a loved one. Every time you shave with them, you can think of them, can't you? It's like, for instance, like my gran bought this soap, you know, and this bowl will probably last forever, even if the soap don't. Well, it won't, obviously it won't, but the bowl likely will. So again, it's those memories, you see. And with the money she gave me as well, I bought that J.A. Hengel 66 that's coming from America. So again, when I get that up back into its full pomp, it's got a few scratches on that and these new scales as well. But I bought it for the metal, for the grind, and for the J.A. Favourite brand nearly, outside of Sweden, Japan. And I always think of my gran then, every time I shave with it. It's good, nice soap, I know that. It's thickened right up now. Too thick to shave with. You know, dab of water. There you go, look. Yeah, it's good soap, man. Smells lovely as well. And some of the ingredients in it, they're like hair tonics and stuff, and skin tonics. Like, again, like he really thinks of that side of life. If you've got a moustache or anything, or you're thinking of growing one, I highly suggest you check out his moustache waxes. He does a lot of like signature like series, fragrances, mixes, and you know, some of them he discontinues and whatnot. But yeah, the lavender one, it's lovely. Just that alone, man, it's one of my favourite. It's got a lovely scent. Right, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Who win today? Japan, that's who's won. It's a lovely shave of that, man. Pleasure. It's maybe not as tight as my filly, but again, I don't know how many times that edge has been shaved with, really. Just don't know, do you? Not that it matters. If it gives a good shave, gives a good shave. Don't have to be as tight as anything. What matters more is you're just clean and no irritation, or at least, you know, the best you can do for your skin type. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hope you're having a good one. Drink all you can, eat all you can, and then generally sort yourselves out a bit. See ya. Bye bye.